You have been going out of your way to make them feel comfortable because you considered them your friends. There comes a moment in life when the truth becomes impossible to ignore, even if you tried your best to avoid it. It does not come loudly, it arrives clearly with evidence. Sometimes it comes quietly through a feeling that sits deep in your chest. A feeling you cannot explain but cannot shake away either. You start to notice small things. The way they speak to you changes. The way they look at you feels different. The support you once believed in begins to feel uncertain. And slowly, without anyone announcing it, you begin to understand something that is hard to accept. They are not your friends. At first, you question yourself. You wonder if you were being too sensitive or if your expectations were simply too high. You try to excuse their behavior because you remember what they used to be, or at least who you believed they were. You hold on to old memories like they are proof that the connection is still real. But the truth does not live in the past. The truth shows itself in the presence, in the way people treat you when it actually matters. True friendship does not leave you confused. It does not leave you feeling like you have to earn basic respect. It does not create a space where you feel small, unheard, or constantly questioned. A real friend does not compete with you in silence while pretending to support you in public. A real friend does not celebrate your struggles while secretly feeling uncomfortable with your growth. These are not small things, and they are not things you should ignore. You may start to notice that they are only present when it benefits them. When you are giving, when you are helping, when you are available, they are there. But the moment you need the same energy in return, they disappear. Their excuses become consistent and their effort becomes rare. It begins to feel like the connection is one-sided, like you are the only one trying to keep something alive that has already faded for them. There is also a certain kind of silence that speaks louder than words. It is the silence when something important happens in your life and they choose not to acknowledge it. It is the silence that tells you that your presence in their life is not as valuable as you once believed. And even though they may return later with normal conversation, pretending nothing ever happened, something inside you has already changed. Sometimes they do not openly harm you, but their energy still affects you. You feel drained after spending time with them. You feel like you have to be careful with your words. You feel like you cannot fully be yourself. This is not what friendship is supposed to feel like. Friendship should feel safe. It should feel honest. It should allow you to exist without fear of being judged, compared, or misunderstood. There are also moments when their true feelings reveal themselves in subtle ways. A comment that sounds like a joke but carries a sharp edge. A lack of excitement when you share good news. A strange distance when you begin to grow or change. These moments may seem small on their own, but when they start to repeat, they form a pattern that is difficult to ignore. Patterns reveal truth, and the truth is often not what you hoped it would be. Accepting that they are not your friends does not mean that everything was fake. It does not erase the laughter, the conversations, or the time you shared. It simply means that the connection is no longer what it needs to be for your life now. People change and sometimes they grow in different directions, but not all distance is natural. Some distance is created by hidden intentions, unspoken jealousy, or a lack of genuine care. You may feel hurt when you finally accept this truth. That hurt is valid because you invested your time, your trust, and your energy into something you believed in. You showed up with sincerity and you expected the same in return. Realizing that it was not mutual can feel like a betrayal, even if no one openly admits it. But this pain is also a form of clarity. It is showing you that what you deserve by revealing it is showing you what you deserve by revealing what you should no longer accept. Letting go is not always immediate. Sometimes you slowly detach. You speak less, you share less, you observe more. You stop explaining yourself and you stop trying to fix something that was never truly balanced. This process may feel uncomfortable, especially if you are used to having them around. But discomfort does not mean you are making the wrong decision. It often means you are stepping into a truth that requires courage. You may also begin to notice how your energy changes once you create distance. You feel lighter, you feel more at peace, you feel less pressure to prove yourself or maintain an image. This is not a coincidence. It is a sign that your spirit recognizes the difference between real connection and forced connection. When something is right, it does not require constant effort to feel secure. It is important to understand that not everyone who is around you is meant to stay. Some people enter your life for a reason, and when the reason ends, their role changes or disappears. Holding on to them beyond that point only creates confusion and unnecessary pain. Releasing them does not mean you are bitter. It means you are aware. It means you respect yourself enough to choose peace over familiarity. There will always be people who appear supportive but are not truly aligned with you. They may clap for you in public and question you in private. They may stay close to you but not stand by you. This is why it is important to pay attention not only to words but also to actions. Actions do not need to be explained. They show you everything you need to know. As you move forward, you will begin to attract different kinds of people. People who do not make you question their intentions. People who do not make you feel like you have to shrink to be accepted. People who are consistent, honest, and genuinely happy to see you grow. These connections may feel unfamiliar at first, especially if you are used to chaos or uncertainty, but they are real and they are worth waiting for. You are not losing anything by walking away from people who were not truly for you. You are creating space for something better. You are protecting your peace, your energy, and your future. Not everyone deserves access to you, and not every connection deserves to continue. The truth is simple, even if it is difficult to accept. They are not your friends. And once you fully understand that, you will stop trying to turn them into something they are not. You will stop expecting loyalty where there is none. You will stop giving energy where it is not valued. And in that moment, everything changes, not because they changed, but because you did.